welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on two hops. I'm going to combine them into one layout. The first hop is my Rainbow Crush hop that I hostess over on my Facebook community group. That group will be linked down below so that if you would like to join the group, please answer those membership questions and agree to the group rules. I'll happily add you. And if you want to participate in any of the hops, I post them around the end of the month for the following month. Sometimes I'm a little earlier, sometimes I'm a little later. It just depends on what's going on. And Rainbow Crush is a hop where I choose a color each month. This month it is green, in case you couldn't guess that. And I just ask that at least 75% of your layout is the chosen color. I do not mind if you use other colors. I just want the chosen color of the month to be your prominent color on your layout. Some of us are doing monochromatic layouts, and that's super fun. I think mine will be mostly monochromatic this month, so we'll see how it goes. I've got a bunch of green stuff laying here. Not sure exactly where I'm going with it yet, but we'll get there. The second hop is, of course, March's 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life series number 17. Day number 12 sketch was created by my friend and fellow design team member over at Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog, Brandy. Brandy created this wonderful sketch. I love this sketch because it is simple, which means that you can add as much fun to it as you want or just keep it simple. That's the best thing about some of these sketches this month. You can make them as intricate as you would like, or you can make them as simple as you like. That's an amazing way to get some pages done. And that is why I like 30 Days of Sketches hop, because it does enable me to get a bunch of pages done during the month. I am not doing every day's sketches this month. I just don't have the time or the energy to get them done. I'm kind of still recovering from my cruise at the end of February and trying to get things accomplished around the house so that my house isn't a complete wreck when my husband does finally return from deployment. So I want to pause. I do want to get started with this, and I will be right back. So I decided to put this bracket paper offset on my white cardstock. But when I did that, I wasn't real happy with all of the white. I could have used some patterned paper to set it on, but I really just decided to go with this stenciling. This is a Vicki Boutin stencil. I believe it's from Sweet Rush. It's actually one of my favorite ones that I use of hers. And actually, I don't feel like I use it quite enough, but I am pulling it out for this layout, and I'm kind of just using the placement of that bracket paper to get the stenciling on here where I would like for it to go. And I'm not trying to line the stencil up at all, so I do have a little bit of overlap, but I don't think it's super noticeable, and if it is, it's not that big of a deal. I just wanted to get just enough of the stenciling on there just to put a little color on that white cardstock. So here it is, offset. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my trimmer to trim off these edges. And of course, with it overlapping like it does, I do have to use my scissors as well. But this kind of just gets the bulk of it off of my white cardstock and then allows me to go ahead and move along and get this layout completely done. Mostly I'm just kind of trimming off that little corner that didn't want to come off. And I kind of like the way that this looks so far. I do not have two photos for this layout. I printed one 4x6. This is a picture of my husband standing in front of a cute little shop in Manitou Springs, Colorado. We went to Garden of the Gods and Manitou Springs as my birthday present. I like to go hiking and walking around, and we were brand new in Colorado at the time, so this was a good way to just kind of get to know part of the area here. There is so much to do here in Colorado, so I don't feel like we will have time to get it all done before we get orders to move again. So what you saw me doing there is pulling 3 of the same title off of my Cameo mat. I like to cut these title pieces and then stack them to give dimension. I learned that trick from Jennifer McGuire Inc. and her YouTube channel. She makes a lot of beautiful, gorgeous cards, and this is one of the things that she likes to do with her cards, is to stack her titles and create some dimension on her page. I know that you can't really see what I'm doing here off the side. What I am doing is I'm just kind of playing with some of the embellishments. I bought some charms from Joann's back, I think in January, that were St. Patrick's Day themed, and I knew that I wanted to use them for this photo, so they've been kind of sitting here on my desktop. There's 3. There's a leprechaun, and there's a rainbow, and then there's a horseshoe with a 4-leaf clover. I also have a couple of foam hearts from a thicker set. It is the last 2 pieces from that set of thickers. Yay, I used up an entire sheet of thickers. And then I have a feather from my counterfeit kit of this month, and also that circle piece is a piece that just ended up on my desktop, and you know, I decided it looked great on this layout. I also want to mention, at the beginning I forgot to tell you that I'm also working on the Get in Shape hop. So this is an everyday photo. I've also got my Rainbow Crush, and I've got the Get in Shape, or sorry, not the everyday, that's on Mondays, my 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. So it's 3 hops this for today, and I'm going to use my punch here that I just sat and punched out of my scraps of 2 shades of green. I used those green papers to create some leaves for a pineapple that I die cut. A friend gave me a stitchable pineapple die, and I made a couple of those a couple of days ago, and those are just the leftover bits and pieces. I did want to pull in some of these tickets. These are from 49er Market. I have several boxes of 49er Market ticket rolls, and I think it's about time that I start pulling these suckers out and using them. So I pulled 3 of them, 2 of this from the same roll, and then 1 from a smaller roll that is a different color. And I'm just going to layer those up behind my photo, kind of like this. I'm just going to set my photo on top. This kind of gives you an idea of how it's going to end up on my page. My clover that I'm making with those hearts is not quite where it's going to end up, but it's going to end up kind of right there. So right now I'm just kind of playing around with the titles. I'm going to glue my titles together so that they're all one piece, and that way I don't mess them up, or goodness sakes, I hope I don't lose them. I have been quite on fire with losing things that are right in front of me. I lost one of my pokey tools the other day, and I found it tonight. It was in the little spinner that I keep up to my left here above where my layout's sitting, and it doesn't even belong in there. It was my little pokey tool for my Sizzix, and it belongs on the other side of the room with my Big Shot. Anyway, I couldn't find it, and then just found it today when I pulled out my pokey tool for my actual pokey tool that I use to poke holes in things so I can stitch. It was in where that belongs, so go figure. I'm always losing things. It's kind of one of my trademarks, layering and losing things. Great combination. Anyway, I want to get these 2 black foam hearts on here just to say that I used them, and you know, also because it is Get in Shape, and I want to make sure that I get enough hearts on here. I realize that I've got 3 up here with that 4-leaf or that clover that I created with the green paper, but I still just want to make sure that I use up these foam hearts that are sitting on my desk, and you know, it's time for them to be on a page. So this one ripped a little bit when I was taking it off. I had that problem with a couple of the titles from that set as well. They are really hard to get off the backing. going to put that horseshoe on that 4-leaf clover, and I'm going to sprinkle some of these Buttons Galore More doodads on here as well. That's kind of why they're sitting in the frame. I'm going to use those like you would use enamel dots, just some additional little fun things to add to the layout. I found some green labels. My label binder is behind me on the shelf. I have a set of 3 2x4, or maybe it's 2x5 calyxes behind me, and my label binder is directly behind me so that it's within easy reach so that I can grab it anytime I want. And I just so happen to have some green labels that I can just cut out and use for that journaling that I want to get on here. This is just a simple photo of my husband. We thought that this was funny. The leprechaun shop, we thought the store was cute and it was funny. It was kind of cool to go into. My husband is half Irish and half Mexican, so we just thought this was a great store. All right, I got this layout completely done. This went together pretty quickly. I was happy to use up most of the product I put on my tabletop. Some of this, like this little green circle, was just something extra that fell out of a 49er Market collection that I had been playing with, and it didn't get put away, so it got put on the layout. These were from they're leftovers from a previous layout that I did not use those on. I only used the title for that. I had purchased these charms at Joann's back in February for this photo specifically. And then, of course, I had all of these green tickets from 49er Market, plus the doodads from Buttons Galore and More, just ready to be used. So I'm pretty tickled that I got all of it on here, made myself a 3-leaf clover, and that is just about it. I want to thank you for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you are new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so just click that button below. There is a bell down there. That bell tells YouTube that you would like to be notified when I put out new content. My goal is always 2 to 3 per week at the least. Sometimes I get more, and sometimes I do less, but most of the time there's 2 or 3 per week, sometimes 4 or 5. Anyway, I just want to thank you for being here with me, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will check out that description box below for the playlist for Rainbow Crush, the playlist for 30 Days of Sketches, and the playlist for Get in Shape hosted by Miranda Weber. We are doing a shape each month, and this month, of course, is hearts, and I got plenty of hearts on here, so I am happy with this layout. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.